Good morning, church. It is good to be with you today. Happy Wednesday. And today we are in John chapter 9, a great chapter of the Bible, if I can make a claim like that. And we are going to hear something about the nature of God in our readings here today. So we have another blind man. This blind man is a noble man. We're going to find out he has a great character, a great understanding of God, and he's going to teach us something about the character of the Lord our God. As he was passing by, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" "Neither this man nor his parents sinned," Jesus answered. "This came about so that God's works might be displayed in him." So let's pause here for a moment. Who sinned that this man was born blind? His parents? Did he sin like in vitro in the womb? Or what's going on here that he was born blind? And here we have a conception that all maladies, things like this, was a result of sin, something that had been done wrong. And this is a very Old Testament kind of concept. We're reading in our Old Testament reading today, Zephaniah, that all of the, all the evil that was going to come upon Israel because of their sin and their rejection of God was a result of their great and their heinous sin. But this has a different orientation, and this reminds us that not all bad things that come into our life or happen are a result of some kind of wrongdoing. And sometimes things just happen. In the Gospel of Luke, we have the Tower of Siloam that falls on the 18 and kills them. And they ask, why did that happen? Was it because they're sinners? And Jesus' answer is, well, unless you repent, you'll die too. And he could have made a great commentary there on why bad things happen to innocent people. Instead, his statement is repent. That was his message, it was repent. And so, church, we never want to be too hasty to label the trial in a brother or sister's life on some kind of sin. We think about Job and his friends who came and said, "Job, you must be a bad dude because you have messed up. Look at how bad you're suffering. You must be some kind of sinner." And we know, who got to see behind the scenes, that is not true. That was not the case. So we're not going to label all trouble sin, though it is true that sin can bring trouble. This is a matter for spiritual discernment. So why did this come about in this man's life? This came about so that God's work might be displayed in him. This man was born blind from birth for this moment, so that the glory of Jesus could be revealed in him now. Could we just settle on that for a moment? That this man lived a life of blindness from birth till now, so that in this moment the glory of God could be displayed in him. Think about the trials in your life. Is there going to be an opportunity for God to display his glory and his majesty? Are you in an Esther kind of moment where Mordecai is saying, maybe it was just for such a time as this that you were brought into this situation? We can never know what God is doing, because his ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts, and he does not always reveal his plan to us. The part of his plan that he has revealed is that of hope and salvation and of abundant life. We have those promises, and that's the only promise that we can cling to. Otherwise, we really are kind of blind in this whole process, in this life. We can only cling to the Lord our God and trust that he really is good, and he really does have good plans for us, and that we can enjoy those plans as we pursue him. He says in verse 41, if you were blind, Jesus told them, you wouldn't have sin. But now that you say we see, your sin remains. If you knew that you were blind, you could ask for sight, and there was hope for you because you could repent and come into the light. But if you say, hey, I'm fine just the way I am, then there's no hope at all for you because you already think you see everything that there is and you'll never come to the Lord. So let's be in the blind camp, I suppose, and say, Lord, there's things that I don't see well, things that I don't understand, like Habakkuk. I don't see it. Lord, I need your eyes. I need your sight to understand. And so let's pursue him. Let's delight that he wants to give us light and to give us discerning and understanding. And let's trust that he can work the trial in our life for the good.